friends and welcome to Obsidian Soft. I will show you how to make a sound sensor app in today's class. We will use the sound sensor to measure the sound in decibels, and we will also use the slider component to show the level of sound or noise in terms of health risk. So in a way, we will be measuring noise pollution and showing our results using a nice looking front end. Let's begin by downloading an extension. I don't like using extensions that much as I believe that they take away a large chunk of the learning experience. The goal of my channel is not just to help you make MIT App Inventor apps, but to make you learn to code and prepare you for other languages like Java or Python. However, sometimes extensions become necessary when a feature isn't available in MIT App Inventor at all. So what is a sound sensor on a mobile phone? Yes, you guessed it right. It is the microphone. We have the sound recorder component in MIT App Inventor that is connected to the microphone. Still, unfortunately, we can't measure sound intensity with it, so this is why we need the extension. So let's download the extension first. I will give this link in the video description. Just click here and it will be downloaded to your computer. Now open up MIT App Inventor and start a new project. Let's call it Noise Pollution. First of all, go down until you reach this part, extension, and import the extension and choose the extension file, the AIX file that you downloaded. Click on import. Once it has been imported, we need to add a component of this extension. So just drag and drop it onto the viewer. So it has been added. And I am going to change this interval to 500. Okay. So this means it will listen every half a second because this is in milliseconds. For screen 1 properties, make align horizontal center and align vertical center. Okay. And the background color, I'm going to make it dark gray. Make screen orientation portrait and change the title to noise pollution. Okay. Now drag a slider from user interface onto the viewer. Rename sound level bar. Change the default color left to this blue color. Color right should stay the same. Make the width 95%. The max value is 150. The minimum value is 1. This is very important. We have to disable this thumb. So uncheck thumb enabled because we don't want the thumb to be shown and we don't want it to be edited by the user, changed by the user. And the thumb position is at 1. Okay. Add a label from user interface below this slider. Rename to decibels label. This will show the actual measurement of the decibels. Make font bold, font size 22. Height is 15%. And just remove all the text from it. And the text alignment is center and the text color is white. Okay. Now select it and duplicate this component, this label, by pressing Ctrl+C, Ctrl+V for Windows or Command+C, Command+V for MacBook. Rename the second one to sound description LBL. This means this will show what this sound means. That is it a risk for humans or not? And we are just going to change the font size to 18, a bit smaller. Okay. Our simple but efficient screen design is done. So let's go to the block section. Here, what I'm going to do is that when the screen is initialized, we want to get the permission for recording audio, because the sound pressure level extension uses microphone and we need permission for microphone. Okay, so click on screen 1 and get its initialize event, and inside it again go to screen 1 and get the ask for permission procedure and choose audio from here. Okay, now our sound pressure extension, this one, measures sound intensity using 3 types of measurements: decibels, A-weighted decibels, and C-weighted decibels. So we will use the A-weighted decibels, as A weighting is the standard for determining hearing damage and noise pollution. Okay, whenever the noise surrounding the mobile phone changes, we need to check for the sound pressure level updated event. Okay, so just click on this sound pressure extension and get this event. Inside it, we are first going to show the value of our A-weighted decibels inside our decibel labels, but we will also round it off. So get the set block, set text block, and inside here I'm going to do actually a join, because I also want to show the unit. The first one is the actual number but round it off. So from maths, get the round block, and here this is the getter for A-weighted decibels. Okay, and here we are going to show in a text block the unit. Okay, so tap here and press the space bar to give a space, and then write D, capital B, and then in brackets, because it's A-weighted. So this is the unit of A-weighted decibels. Okay, and next we are going to look at the actual value of the A-weighted decibels and do a comparison and update our slider accordingly. Okay, this one. And I'm using a chart from Electronics Hub, this one, to decide what is the intensity of sound which is dangerous. Okay, so you can see the color codes, and we will be not using the entire chart and we will be simplifying it a bit. Okay, so first of all, I am going to make a procedure. Okay, so go to procedures and get this first one, and I'm going to add 3 inputs to it. So click on this cog wheel and drag and drop 3 inputs. So the first input is the color. Okay, the second input is the value of the actual sound intensity in decibels, A-weighted decibels, and text is the description for our sound description label. And we will be actually inside an if-else block, we will be calling this procedure again and again, and let's call this procedure update screen. What will this procedure do? First of all, it will set the slider's thumb position to the value. It will set the description, so this one, to the text. Okay, and it will set the sliders. I can actually duplicate this one and change this to color left, and this is the color. Okay, so these are the 3 things that need to be updated depending upon the actual value of the A-weighted decibels. Okay, and we have put this inside a procedure so that we just send the 3 values to our procedure and it will update it accordingly. Okay, so now I need to add some if-else blocks here whenever the sound pressure level is updated. So if I go to control, I need the third one. Okay, let me organize my code, click on cleanup blocks, and I need, this is 1, 2, 3, I actually need 3 more else if. Okay, so drag and drop 3 more else if. So just 1 more. Okay, you can remove some extra ones if you accidentally add them. Okay, so what is the first if? The first if is when dBA, aWeighted decibels, is less than or equal to 30. This means it is very quiet and similar to a recording studio. So we will call our update screen procedure with all this input. Okay, so I'm going to first of all from maths get this equal to block, and here I'm going to choose less than equal to, and again from maths I'm going to get this block. This is 30, and here what is this? This is aWeighted decibels, so I just duplicate this and put it here. So if dBA is less than equal to 30, I am going to call my procedures, this update screen procedure, with what? With the color. So what is the color? I am going to give it a light blue color. So if I could click on colors, I can give this light blue color to it. So an aqua color. And what is the value? The value is the aWeighted decibels. So I can duplicate that. And what is the text now? Just click on here, and here I'm going to type in something that can be understood by our user, that this is no risk and it is similar to a recording studio. Okay, now again I can duplicate this condition and choose now, instead of less than equal to 30, I'm going to choose 70 here, and I'm going to call this procedure. So just duplicate it, and here I'm going to change the color to green, and here it is no risk but a normal sounds. Okay, now let me clean up my code again, and let me take it a bit down because this is getting a bit jumbled up. Okay, again duplicate, bring it down. Now it's less than equal to 85, and I am going to call my procedure, and I'm going to change this color to a bit dull green. Okay, and here I'm going to say no risk but traffic, busy traffic or loud radio. Okay, so again I'm interpreting that chart, the electronics hub chart, in my own way. You can make it more detailed and add more information if you want. Okay, again I'm going to duplicate this condition, and I'm going to choose 120 here. So change it to 120. Now this is where the risk is starting. So if I duplicate this and bring it here, I'm going to change the color to now orange. Okay, and this is a risk, and this is airplane or concert. Now let's again duplicate, and this one is now less than equal to 150. Now this is the max value of our slider. So I'm going to call my procedure and make this red, and this is hearing damage. Okay, and most probably if it is so loud, this means that this is an explosion. Okay, so now what comes in else? It means that now the A-weighted decibels is a value that is even greater than 150. So, which is kind of technically impossible and unrealistic, but still we have to consider that situation, and we're just going to call this update screen procedure again, and I'm going to change the color to even a darker shade of red, but instead of sending it the actual value, because remember our slider's maximum value is 150. So what we are going to do is we are going to send it the max value of our slider. So if I click on my sound level bar, I can get its max value, and I'm just going to tell it that okay, just fill it up completely. Okay, and our text is that it is extremely high res. I mean, I can't think of anything which is louder than an explosion, so I'm just going to call it extremely high risk. Okay. Also, please change this to get text, because I just noticed that they were both get value here. So this should be get text. Okay. The sound description label. Okay. And another important thing is that when you're testing the app using the companion or by installing it on your devices, make sure that you turn off your screen timeout, because every time the screen will time out, the sound pressure level component will stop working. So make sure that you either turn off screen timeout or make it a long period of time, after which it times out. Okay? So I hope you will have fun making this cool app and checking out the sound around you too to see whether it is a risk or not. Please like my video and please share it with your friends and family. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, kindly do so that you don't miss any of the great projects that I have planned for you. Thank you for watching my video. Have a good day and goodbye.